I miss the version of me that didn't worry about time. The version of me that didn't measure his worth by how much he accomplished that day. He didn't worry about being behind. He just existed. Back then, time didn't feel like something that needed to be managed. It was just there, an endless space to fill with curiosity or silence or even boredom. And somehow that was enough. There's no guilt in doing nothing, no anxiety about wasting the day, just a quiet sense that being alive was already something. I used to wake up and play games without a plan, not to complete missions or chase achievements, but to wander. I didn't care how long I spent in a single area or how slowly I played. I didn't even think about time passing. And I realize now that might have been the last time I truly felt present. Somewhere along the way, time became this constant pressure. Even my hobbies started to feel like tasks. Like if I wasn't using my hours efficiently, I was somehow failing. Even relaxing had to be justified. Now, when I play games, I feel this background noise in my head. This guilt that tells me I should be doing something real. That every moment I spend here is one I'll regret later. And the worst part? That voice has nothing to do with gaming. It's just fear. Fear of standing still. Now, I'm not saying playing games all day is a good thing. I've done that, and I know how it feels when joy turns into avoidance. That's not what I miss. What I'm talking about is the state of mind that used to come with it. That rare peace that comes from being completely absorbed in something for no reason other than the love of it. Because before it became too much, it was pure. Before it became an escape, it was innocence. And I think that's what I really miss. Not the hours I spent playing, but the freedom that came with not counting them. When you're a kid, time feels infinite. You don't measure it, you live it. You wake up, start something, and hours melt away before you even realize it. There's no guilt, no productivity, no should. Just doing. Just being. But at some point, time starts to shrink. You start to feel it slipping. Every hour starts to feel like something you could have used better. You start to feel like you're losing a race you never agreed to run. And that's when you start chasing progress. Not just in games, in everything. Leveling up becomes success. Grinding turns into ambition. And suddenly the goal isn't to feel, it's to achieve. But here's the thing. Progress in games always leads to somewhere. Whether you're trying to rank up in Valorant or beat a boss in Dark Souls, you get some sort of satisfaction from achieving. Progress in life doesn't work that way. You can put in the same effort, the same hours, and still feel stuck. In games, every action moves you forward. In life, you can do everything right and still feel lost. Whether you upload 200 videos that year, you can still be stuck at 90 subscribers. Or you put 3 years into a company and you're still at that same position with that same paycheck. Maybe that's why games felt safe, because they rewarded time even when the world didn't. The older I get, the more silence feels heavy. When I was younger, silence was peaceful. Now it feels like an accusation. Like time itself is standing over me asking, why aren't you doing more? I used to love quiet moments in games. Watching rainfall, hearing NPCs breathe life into empty towns. Now I rush through them because silence doesn't feel peaceful anymore. It feels unproductive. Time used to be something that happened. Now it's something I have to control. Every hour must be justified. Every day must be productive. And in that obsession to make time meaningful, I've forgotten how to simply live inside it. We talk about time management like it's a skill, but we never talk about time presence. How often do we just let time be what it is? Unmeasured, uncontrolled, and unoptimized. When was the last time you just sat there and consciously let time move past you without feeling a sense of stress? I used to hate being bored, but now I realized boredom was where my imagination lived. When I was bored, I'd create worlds in my head. Now when boredom comes, I scroll, I distract. And by escaping boredom, I escape the part of me that used to dream. Boredom was the quiet space where creativity was born, and I filled that silence with noise. So maybe what I miss isn't time. It's the emptiness I used to feel with wonder. I remember as a kid, a summer used to feel endless. I used to think summer breaks lasted a whole year. A year used to feel like a chapter. Now a year disappears before I've even processed the last one. The older I get, the faster it all goes. And yet I'm moving slower. Maybe that's what nostalgia really is. Not just missing the past, but missing a version of yourself. A version who didn't yet understand how temporary it all was. Who lived without the fear of running out of time. Games gave me something reality didn't: forgiveness. If I failed, I could try again. If I got lost, the map was patient. In life, failure feels irreversible. Time moves on without saving your progress. But in games, there's always another run, another chance to fix what you got wrong. Maybe that's what I really miss. Not the games themselves, but a world where time let me learn without punishing me. So now I've been trying to play again. Not to escape, not to grind, but to feel the small moments I used to ignore. The sound of footsteps, the hum of background music, the way the world breathes when you stop to listen. My new goal is to stop trying to use time better and to start feeling it better, to exist inside it instead of trying to constantly outrun it. Because wasting time isn't always just a waste. It's another way of living fully, using that time to reflect and to appreciate rather than always trying to move forward. When I really think about it, I don't miss the version of me that didn't worry about time. I miss the version of me that felt alive inside it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'd really appreciate it if you took the time to let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion. Thanks again, and see ya.